Hello and welcome to the Evening News for today, Thursday, October 2, 2014. I'm Avinash Ramzan. Thanks for joining us. In the headlines, Gaya Expo 2014 opens with grand fanfare. GRA says Kaichor News emails fake. GT&T and CIOG Inc. 3-year MOU. Dr. Luncheon discharged from hospital. Edgel says no time for skullduggery in procurement process. Man charged for robbery under arms. And Dr. Ramsamy underscores youth involvement in agriculture. Now for the news in detail. Gaya Expo 2014 opens this afternoon with much pomp and ceremony under the theme Transformation, Partnering for a Better Guyana. At the opening ceremony, Tourism, Industry and Commerce Minister Irfan Ali underscored the importance of the event while explaining its significance to the growth and expansion of small, medium and large-scale businesses. Ali said that he was proud that the expo would provide manufacturing businesses with the ideal environment to create linkages with other regional and international companies, thereby opening new marketing and business markets. The exposition will run until Sunday, October 5. Head of the Presidential Secretariat, Dr. Roger Luncheon, was today discharged from the Georgetown Public Hospital after being rushed there when he complained about feeling unwell. More in this report.
The panic button was once again pushed this afternoon when news spread of Dr. Luncheon's being hospitalized. According to information reaching this newscast, the head of the Presidential Secretariat had earlier today complained of feeling unwell while he was at work at the office of the president. He was quickly rushed to the Caribbean Heart Institute. This newscast understands that Dr. Luncheon was seen by doctors at the medical institution and was later discharged. Based on further information reaching this newscast, it was explained that the cabinet secretary head was also suffering from dehydration. Earlier this year, Dr. Luncheon had told media operatives that he was suffering from gastrointestinal cancer and that some had already spread to his lungs. He had also announced his retirement but could not say how soon. Only a few weeks ago, Dr. Luncheon had announced that he delayed demitting office because of the no-confidence motion, since he wanted to hit the elections campaign trail for the last time.
Junior Finance Minister Bishop Wan Edgel today said that the time has come for skullduggery to be left out of the bid procurement process. He said bidders and stakeholders alike should turn a new chapter. Let's find out why in this report.
Minister within Finance Ministry Bishop Wan Edgel today urged that bidders leave politics out of the bidding process and focus on the task at hand. Edgel was at the time speaking at a symposium at the International Conference Center. The symposium was geared towards educating bidders on the procurement process. Edgel contended that the work of officials within the procurement process should be able to withstand intense public scrutiny. This, he contended, will ensure greater transparency and accountability, ensuring that skullduggery does not contaminate the process. Further, the minister noted that a system should be implemented whereby contractors would be blacklisted if they breach the terms of contract. He noted too that the contractor should not impose bullyism tactics on officials since they will be dealt with accordingly.
The Guyana Revenue Authority on Wednesday deemed a string of emails from Kaichor News purporting to be correspondence between the Commissioner General and the Attorney General as fake. The details in this report.
The Guyana Revenue Authority has called on Glenlal and Kaichor News to respect the principle of sub judice and the concept of contempt of court in its continued publication of the fake emails. GRA Commissioner General Khurshid Sattar categorically denied ever sending any emails purporting to have been dispatched by him to high-ranking government officials containing tax information on several media houses. Notably, information on Kaichor News was excluded, yet its publisher Glenlal has been repeatedly claiming that government has a plot to destroy its newspaper. The Evening News was reliably informed that the emails were faked and concocted by Lal to create a diversion from the probe launched by the tax body. Sources said Lal may have hacked into Sattar's email to create public mischief and add credence to his claims that a plot was being rolled out against his newspaper. Sattar noted that the sub judice rule regulates the publication of matters which are under consideration of the court, and matters are considered and remain sub judice once proceedings are active.
Local internet service provider eNetworks yesterday signed a multi-year agreement to use O3B's unique Fiber in the Sky satellite network. The Guyanese ISP will be the first Latin America client to be brought up on the O3B network since it commenced commercial operations earlier in the year. E-Network's engineers were recently trained at O3B's Manassas facilities and will be working with O3B as a certified partner in Guyana. According to a release, the use of O3B satellites, which are unique orbit closer to the Earth than conventional geostationary satellites, reduces latency, increases data rates, and improves voice and video quality for the user. The high-throughput O3B satellites also offer much greater capacity, supporting up to 1.6 gigabytes in a single beam. More news still ahead. Stay tuned. This is the Evening News. Welcome back. This is the Evening News on TVG. The Guyana School of Agriculture on Wednesday hosted the first Agricultural Month 2014 activity, focusing on the promotion of youths in agriculture with the aim of not only creating job opportunities for young people, but to further expand the industry. Youths play an integral role in the development of any country, and cognizant of that fact, much emphasis continues to be placed on areas youths can further excel, especially in agriculture. Agriculture Minister Dr. Leslie Ramsamy, in delivering the feature address to the gathering, acknowledged the significance of family farming, which is linked to several areas of rural development. In Guyana, family farming is nothing new, as 90% of farms are operated by a family and predominantly reliant on family labor from both male and female. The Ghana Telephone and Telegraph Company earlier today continued its tradition of contributing to the many cultural groups and organizations throughout Guyana. Bisham Mohammed reports.
The telephone company and the Central Islamic Organization of Guyana inked a 3-year memorandum of understanding totaling some $9 million to be spent on various programs executed by the religious organization. The signing of the memorandum of understanding was done at the Hermanson Lodge, Peter Rose and Lamaha Streets, Georgetown, in the presence of officials from both GT&T and the CIOG. Mrs. Faye Wharton, marketing manager of the telephone company, explained that the partnership between the two entities has come a far way, while noting the signing of the agreement comes at an auspicious time when Muslims will be celebrating Eid al-Adha. Mrs. Wharton gave a synopsis of what the agreement entails and reiterated that it is over a 3-year period.
GT&T recognizes the CIOG as a strong organization with significant representation of the Muslim community in Guyana. Hence, we believe that this Memorandum of Understanding will further strengthen the existing relationship between GT&T and the CIOG, as it seeks to support various aspects of the CIOG's initiative over the next 3 years. 1 million being made towards the education of orphans and vulnerable children attending the Metamirzorg Islamic Academy, 1 million towards the sponsorship of CIOG's Ramadan programs, 1 million being made towards the sponsorship of a cultural program in observance of Eid al-Fitr. This MOU will also provide the opportunity for CIOG to formally adopt GT&T as its exclusive mobile and data services provider.
Fazil Firoz, president of the Central Islamic Organization of Guyana, upon signing the agreement, recognized that the telephone company has sponsored several activities in the past and welcomes the initiative, stating the importance of such commitment.
It is very important MOU for us in the CIOG, especially as it pertains and coming at this auspicious time close to the holy celebration of Eid al-Adha, which will be on Sunday. It is important for a number of facts in that the money has been donated towards helping orphans and vulnerable children, to educate them. CIOG has one of the biggest programs that exists in this country, where we have over 360 children, orphans and vulnerable children, being looked after by the organization, both Muslims and non-Muslims, throughout the length and breadth of this country. It is also going to be helpful for us as CIOG within the education aspect of CIOG, especially in the month of Ramadan, and also in the cultural and social activities of CIOG, to hold a cultural evening where we hope many of you will be invited to attend, to listen to the qasidas and listen to the cultural songs and the expositions of some of our learned people.
Firoz also noted that over the past, their Orphan and Vulnerable Children program has bore fruits, and it is opened to all children, both Muslims and non-Muslims. Bisham Mohammed, Evening News.
In the courts now, 30-year-old Devon Holder today appeared before Chief Magistrate Priya Sinarayan Bihari at the Georgetown Magistrates Court, where he was placed on $40,000 bail after being charged with robbery under arms. On September 20 at Stabrook Market, it was alleged that Holder, being armed with a knife, robbed Nizam Mansoor of one gold chain valued $300,000. Holder denied the charge laid against him. Police Prosecutor Inspector Michael Grant had no objections to bail. He is to return to court on October 10. In an effort to foster trade and economic and industrial relations, the Caribbean Association of Industry and Commerce on Thursday signed a memorandum of understanding with the Chambers of Commerce and Industry of French Guiana for trade and economic cooperation. Here's Alexis Rodney with the details.
The simple signing ceremony took place earlier today in the boardroom of the Private Sector Commission in the presence of the Commission's Chairman Ramesh Prasad, Second Vice Chairman of the French Chambers Alex Madeleine, and Ambassador of France and Suriname to Guyana Michael Prom. Second Vice Chairman of the French Chambers of Commerce, through an interpreter, Simon Clerc, said that the business representative in French Guiana has been seeking to reach partners in these neighboring countries, pointing out that other countries within the region, including Cuba and Trinidad and Tobago, are also on the cards.
Côté de nos partenaires surinamais et futurs partenaires guyanais, nouveaux membres du PO Amazonie 2014-2020.
Standing by our Surinamese partners and Guyanese partners who are now join also the PO Amazonia.
De bénéficier également d'un interlocuteur privilégié pour tout futur dossier de subvention nécessitant un partenaire étranger.
And it will also is to find
de bénéficier d'un interlocuteur privilégié pour tout futur dossier de subvention nécessaire.
To also have a privileged partner, okay, in order to set up any file for subsidies and things like that.
Private Sector Commission Chairman Ramesh Prasad, in his brief remarks, said that local businesses in Guyana are bound to benefit in the long run from the MOU. Noting that the PSC was pleased to be witnessing the signing, he pointed out that it was an indication of a developmental partnership.
We believe that the commitment of the Chamber of Commerce in French Guiana, signaling it through the MOU with the CAIC, it's a good start for the opening up of markets and business for members of the Caribbean, and I'm sure that Guyana is going to be a significant beneficiary of such knowledge, information and exchange sharing, market information, technology transfer, and so forth. So Guyana is very pleased to be a part of the CAIC. The private sector of Guyana is very pleased to be a part of that association.
The cooperation areas between the two parties embody the exchange of information on their respective business communities, making provisions on the general economic commercial information and providing information on trade and investment opportunities. For the Evening News, Alexis Rodney.
On the Evening News, we now take a look at your bridge reports. The Demerara Harbour Bridge is expected to be closed from 12 hours 30 on Friday, October 3 for a period of 1.5 hours. And the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed from 11 hours 30 on Friday, October 3 for a period of 1.5 hours. Join us after the break for sports, sponsored by MaCoop. This is the Evening News.
Every day presents a few more challenges. Keeping your business running shouldn't be one of them. That's why we work every day towards ensuring your overall satisfaction. With over 100 skilled technicians and engineers equipped with the tools and skills to help you do more. With the largest parts inventory in Guyana, over 10,000 line items readily available. Driven by your success is not just a set of words to us. It is a code by which we live. That is why we are proud to say that we are victorious!
Are you looking for a very good used Caterpillar machine at the price you want to pay? Come to our Providence Eastback Demerara Equipment Yard to inspect the machines for sale by tender from October 1st to 31st, 2014. See press or visit us on maccorpcat.com for more info.
Welcome back now for a look at sport, but first the headlines. Sunil Narine banned from bowling in CLT20 final. GCC trustee hails Johnson's elevation to test level. GRFU names strong training squad for NACRA Sevens, and Sevens League scrums off on Saturday at National Park. Of course, this broadcast comes to the kind compliments of MacCorp.
Are you looking for a very good used Caterpillar machine at the price you want to pay? Come to our Providence Eastback Demerara Equipment Yard to inspect the machines for sale by tender from October 1st to 31st, 2014. See press or visit us on maccorpcat.com for more info.
Every day presents a few more challenges. Keeping your business running shouldn't be one of them. That's why we work every day towards ensuring your overall satisfaction. With over 100 skilled technicians and engineers equipped with the tools and skills to help you do more. With the largest parts inventory in Guyana, over 10,000 line items readily available. Driven by your success is not just a set of words to us. It is a code by which we live. That is why we are proud to say that we are victorious!
Welcome back. Now for a look at the details. We start off with some cricket news. Kolkata Knight Riders off spinner Sunil Narine will not be allowed to bowl in the Champions League T20 final on Saturday after he was reported for a second time in 2 matches for a suspect action. He was reported by the umpires after the semi-final against the Hobart Hurricanes on Thursday, which the Knight Riders had won by 7 wickets. Earlier, he had been reported following their final group match against the Dolphins. Narine has been a dominant force for the Knight Riders, who are on a 14-match winning streak. The Knight Riders will now face the Chennai Super Kings on Saturday in an all-IPL final. Super Kings made light work of Kings 11 Punjab in the other semi-final, winning by 65 runs. One of the trustees of the Georgetown Cricket Club has hailed Leon Johnson's elevation to Test cricket as a proud moment for the club. Former Chancellor of the Judiciary, Justice Cecil Kennard, spoke glowingly of Johnson at a function recently. During an exclusive interview with this newscast, Kennard, who has years of experience as a sport administrator, said Johnson has the right attitude to succeed at the highest level. As a long-standing member of the Georgetown Cricket Club, Kennard has seen the growth of Johnson's career from a frail under-15 cricketer to becoming the country's latest Test player. With the tour of India starting soon, Kennard had a few words of encouragement for the 27-year-old left-hander.
My advice to him now that he's been given the opportunity to go to India, where the tour would be very tough, make the best use of it, be physically fit, and don't be attracted by side issues, and look at the advice given by the coach and captain. Having seen several members of the Georgetown Cricket Club graduate to the international level over the years, Kennard was quick to highlight what goes into the making of a player capable of holding his own in Test cricket. You have to be dedicated, you have to do your hard training, you don't be attracted by side issues, and when you're in a team, you work as a team member, not as an individual, because we have had several players who only think of themselves. But for the little I've known of Leon, he's a team man. During his Test debut against Bangladesh last month, Johnson became the 300th West Indies Test player. Incidentally, the match was West Indies' 500th since gaining Test status in 1928. Opening the batting alongside Craig Brathwaite, Johnson had useful scores of 66 and 41, a performance that subsequently earned him a spot on the current tour to India. Some rugby news now. The Guyana Rugby Football Union today launched the Sevens Rugby League at the Windjammer Hotel. The event is slated to scrum off on Saturday, as we hear from Tristan Joseph.
5 male teams will vie for the coveted Sevens League title when the tournament kicks off on Saturday. President of the GRFU, Peter Green, was positive that the tournament will benefit the decision-making process for the national squad.
This league is essential in the fact that it is the build-up to the players being selected, participation in Mexico this year, the NACRA Sevens Championships, as well as the qualification process for the Pan American Games, all 2015 July.
Kerry Griffith of the Windjammers Hotel wished the GRFU success with the tournament.
Pretty new to rugby. Windjammers always like to support sports and any event where people can come together and create a unity. So we're proud to sponsor this Sevens rugby tournament, and we hope that the tournament is very successful.
All of the captains were confident heading into the tournament as some of the teams are aiming for redemption. However, there will be a women's aspect to the event involving 2 female teams. Action is set to kick off at the National Park Rugby Playfield on Saturday from 1500 hours, with arch rivals Pepsi Hornets taking on Yamaha Caribs.
Meanwhile, the Guyana Rugby Football Union has named a strong training squad for the upcoming men's NACRA Sevens Championships in Mexico City. The tournament is scheduled for December 3 to 4. Here are details. The provisional squad will commence training soon, after which the travelling contingent will be finalized to represent Guyana at the premier NACRA Sevens tournament. The squad comprises a good blend of youth and experience, and the GRFU selectors are in for a tough time to come up with the final makeup. Players have been drawn from the 4 clubs affiliated to the GRFU, namely the Yamaha Caribs, the University of Guyana Wolves, the Guyana Defence Force, and Pepsi Hornets. The local-based players selected to form the training squad are Ryan Gonzalez, Rickford Cummings, Akeem Fraser, Andrew Jarvis, O'Neill Charles, Carl Lewis, Kevon David, Grantley Williams, Theodore Henry, Claude Alexander, Blaise Bailey, Fallon Thompson, Jason Tyrrell, Christopher Singh, Leon Greaves, Kesha Mars, Mark Sobers, Rundle MacArthur, Lance Donis, Ryan Day, Jamal Angus, O.C. McKenzie, Michael Anderson, Edward Brooms, Fabian Andrew Joseph, Dallon Fordyce, Troy Selman, Avery Corbin, Dwayne Schroeder, Sion Kitt, Joseph Rahaman, Patrick King, Rodwell Hudson, Terence Daniels, Patrick Bristol, Sion Phillips, and German Jacobs. 10 overseas-based players have also been invited to the training. They are Kelvin McKenzie, Ronald Mayers, Piabo Hamilton, Albert LaRose, Richard Staglin, Claudius Butts, Valen Adams, Rupert Giles, Dominic Lespierre, and Isaiah Allen. The players will commence training under the guidance of strength and conditioning instructor Barrington Brown. And finally, some cycling news. East Coast top rider Reynard Jeffrey underlined his status as one of the country's leading cyclists with a commanding victory in the main race of the 14th annual DeCinco Trading 11-race cycling meet at the inner circuit of the national park. More in this report. The Team Coco's rider clocked 1 hour 16 minutes 20 seconds, crossing the finish line ahead of Robin Poussard in second and Hamza Eastman third. Eastman copped 7 of the 8 prime prizes on offer, with Poussard claiming the other. Enzo Matthews, Mario King, and Paul Chewingham took the remaining positions in that order. Other winners of the day included Tashana Doris, Lyndon Blackman, Jaikran Sukai, Monty Paris, Jamal John, Adrian Sharma, Jeremiah Harrison, and Sherwin Sampson. The DeCinco Trading representatives also assisted in the presentation of prizes at the conclusion of the event. They included Human Resource Officer Gemma Williams.
DeCinco Trading has been a custodian of sports for many years, cycling nonetheless. As you've just heard, we have been a sponsor of this park race for the past 14 years, and today we're doing this race under the degree ban. We want to encourage all of you guys, whether you have won today or not, but we know it's a hard sport, and we want to encourage you to keep up in the discipline and everything that goes with it, and I'm sure you'll be successful whenever.
The riders will be in action again this Saturday when national cycling coach Hassan Mohammed stages the 10th annual Aparkan 11 race program. These races are in preparation for the annual Ride for Life 5-stage event slated for October 16 to 19. Meanwhile, promising young rider Christopher Goring was presented with a bike sponsored by national cyclist Jude Bentley. Goring said he was elated to receive the donation.
I trained very hard and I always wanted this moment to win this bike.
How old are you now?
I'm 8 years old.
And with that, we've come to the end of sport, which is sponsored by Mark Warp. And that's a wrap as well on the evening news for today, Thursday, October 2, 2014. Of course, you can find these and many more stories in tomorrow's edition of the Guyana Times. And here's an invitation to join us on TVG Channel 28 and on Radio Guyana Inc. 89.3 in Essequibo, 89.5 in Georgetown Environs, and 89.7 in Berbice and Unicary, Suriname. On behalf of all of us here, I'm Avinash Ramzan. Thanks for watching.